going? Friday morning, and I'm just gonna make rounds and check on everything, see how the plant life is doing on the Gardner plantation. Actually, I'm just trying to get some footage with the camera that I have now, because I have a couple of new toys in charging up right now. My friend AJ sent me a wonderful gift. It is a Bluetooth mic, so I can put the camera in one spot, and if I step away for a little bit, you should still be able to hear me. And then the other toy that I have, when we were purchasing the new phone, they were running a promotion on a Samsung device called the 360. I think it's like Camera 360 or 360 View or something like that. It's a camera. And so we got that finally in the mail, and I'm kind of excited to use that and see that the difference that might make. So I'm just gonna make rounds this morning and check on everything, and then when they get charged up, I'll switch over and we'll see if you can tell the difference at some point. As far as Dad goes, seems like he got some rest yesterday. Seemed like he was maybe getting back in his zone. He still has some, he's not totally back to where he was, but I think he'll get there quick enough. And as soon as he's feeling better, I have an outing planned. A good friend of his set it up. So hopefully that happens soon and I can record it. It'll be fun. So you need to subscribe so that you don't miss it, because I'm not sure when it's going to happen. And I've got some problems in the garden, but I'll talk about them when we get there. And life is getting back to normal. Just daily grind. I think we're going to have a break in the weather, and it's going to be cooler for the next few days at least. So I'm hoping I get lots and lots and lots done outside. I need to get lots and lots and lots done inside, but when does that ever end? Never, right? Anyways, let's get looking at stuff. I believe the petunias have perked up a little bit. It was Wednesday that I added the compost dirt in there. So I think I see a little more green. A couple more days, should be able to see a definite difference. The crazy gone awry grass that is growing underneath the bird feeder, I changed it out. I changed it to a hummingbird feeder, and I'll move the wild bird feed to the backyard. But that grass is a little out of control. You need to get on that and take care of that. I relocated one of the peanut plants. Since I only had 3 surviving, I decided to take the one that was in the middle and give it a little more space. Doing quite nicely. Didn't wilt down or anything. One of my zucchini plants wilted on me yesterday. Pretty sure it's because it didn't get enough water from the night before. I know I haven't shown you my watering system yet, but it's got a few kinks in it, obviously. So I hand watered this last night. It came back a little bit. Hopefully I can pull it out. If not, do you remember earlier in the year where I said I had a pretty big garden fail because I didn't really mark what I had planted in 2 of my squash hills? So when I replanted, I didn't know what I was going to end up with. What I have are 3 zucchini plants and 1 butternut squash. So I don't think I'm going to be hurting on zucchini too much. There's my other one. It's going really well. And then there's the one that I replanted that turned out to be a zucchini. And there's my butternut squash. Mark your stuff in the garden. Lesson number 428. I believe I'm starting to get bell peppers on. Green beans have gone crazy. It won't be long till I'm picking green beans and there's still tons and tons of blooms on. Okay, Kathy June, I have one surviving eggplant. We'll have to share. I believe the kohlrabi are ready. From what I know, you're supposed to wait till they're about softball size, and that one is. So I'll be picking a couple today, taking them inside and trying them out. The other day I took a pinch off of the leaf and it does taste exactly like cabbage. And honestly, I think this stuff is easier to grow than cabbage, so I might just switch. We'll find out after we eat it. I may have a problem with my cucumbers. I'm noticing a lot of small yellow dots on the leaves. I hope that is just ants, because ants I can treat. If it is white powder mildew, that I can't treat so much. But if it is white powder mildew, it usually doesn't affect the cucumbers until the plant completely dies. So I'll spray that today with my orange emulsion. We'll see how those fare over the next couple of days. Here are my chickens. Tomorrow I will be taking probably about 6 of them to the auction and selling them tomorrow. Chickens, when you first buy them, they produce really well. They'll produce an egg every day. After about 2 years or so, they slow down. I mean, they still produce quite a few eggs, but it may not be every day. It may be every other day, or they may lay 2 days and then off a day. Now, you can keep chickens. There have been records of chickens living for 15 to 20 years. I choose to kind of keep a rotating stock, so after about 2 years I will sell half my flock and replace them with new chicks. So tomorrow is sale day, which means I get up early on a Saturday, wrangle me up some chickens, take them to the auction, sell them. I just flipped my compost pile yesterday, so I'm checking to see if I feel any heat, which I do. There's some good heat coming off of that. It will keep working until it either dries out or it just kind of gets too compacted to do anything. Usually that will take 4 or 5 days, and then I flip it again. Add more water, rinse and repeat. Today's plan is to rip out all the spinach and all the weeds along with it, and I'm going to plant carrots in this spot. My viewers came through for me, voted for carrots. I need to be getting on that though, or else it's going to get too late. But it's alright for now. I have to wait till the garden dries out though. We had just a little shower last night, not even a tenth of rain. So I have to wait for it to dry before I can get out in there. That's my morning routine. That is what gives me solace and peace, is walking through my gardens and seeing what needs to be done for the day. And it just gives me a very humbling feeling. And being a caregiver is a very stressful job. You have to find something to relieve your stress, or you will snap. When I'm in the spring and the summer, when I'm working in my garden, I call that my grounding skills. If you don't get that joke, trust me, it's funny. Anyways, so I've got my day kind of lined out. I'll get busy and see where the day takes me. hopefully it's cooler tonight and I can get even more done this evening. I'm liking these cooler evenings. They feel pretty good to be outside working. Well, time to go to work. Hey everyone, it is Friday evening and oh my god people, it is beautiful outside. It feels awesome to be outside. So, what did I get done this morning? Well, I did not finish any one project, but I started about 6 that I'm in the middle of. Do you ever do that? Not finish anything before you start something else? Yeah. AJ, I played with the mic a little bit today, and I need to find a good app that works with it. The standard camera app that comes on your phone doesn't allow external audio sources. So I've played around with a couple so far today, haven't found one that I like, but I'm working on it. And again, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. As far as what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get the spinach ripped out and get some more carrots planted. Then I need to spray the cucumbers. Hopefully it's ants, because that's what I'm going to spray for. And I think that's probably about all I'm going to actually complete tonight. As far as Dad goes, not very mobile today. Just wasn't feeling up to it. So, just let him rest up and recuperate. Let's get busy. The difference between a farmer's tan and a gardener's tan? A farmer's tan line will be here on their arms and about midway down on their legs. Same thing for a gardener, except they'll have a tan line right here too from being bent over. Would you believe it is too wet in the upper side of the garden to plant the carrots? I'm gonna have to let that dry out a little bit. It's not the case in the whole garden, because I've got zucchini plants that are wilting because they don't have enough water. Anyway, so yeah, another project that is started but can't be finished. Well, I've got lots to do. It's all right. Look at them waiting like a bunch of puppies. I now have 2 zucchini plants down. And I'll tell you, if this is just water, then they should bounce back after I hand water them. But I've stopped using the Sevin Dust and I was using only the BT, which is the organic answer to insects. And I don't know, time will tell. If this is the BT not doing its job and this is insects that have killed my plants, then I'm going back to Sevin Dust. If this is just water, then they should bounce back after I get them watered. I believe that's a squash bug. Well, I tried to be environmentally friendly. If that's a squash bug, then I'm probably going to go back to the 7 dust. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them below. Seeing the squash is definitely a letdown to my day. Hopefully I can save my cucumbers though.